The girl untied her hair ribbon and used it to bandage the injured man. Little did she know the man she had saved by accident was actually a powerful figure in the underworld. It was this small act of kindness that made the man start to care for her, so he decided to hide his true identity and quietly became her personal bodyguard. At every critical moment he stepped forward to protect her, never letting her suffer the slightest harm. Yet he never dared to confess his feelings. As for the girl, over the course of 3 years, she slowly began to develop feelings for him as well. When her parents proposed a business marriage for her family, the girl couldn't hold back anymore and confessed to the man, but she didn't get the response she had hoped for. Unwilling to give up, the girl decided to test him again. She told him she had agreed to the arranged marriage, and even on the day of the engagement ceremony, she lied about injuring her hand and asked the man to sign the marriage certificate for her. Her words immediately angered her fiancé's parents, who thought the girl wasn't taking marriage seriously. At that moment, her stepmother hurriedly stepped in to smooth things over, using a company crisis as an excuse to secretly pressure the girl into submission. Reluctantly, the girl used humor as an excuse to ease the awkwardness in the room. With a sigh, she signed her name on the marriage certificate, but as she thought of the man's indifferent attitude, she felt a deep sense of injustice. As soon as the engagement ceremony ended, she threw the certificate at the man with force and turned her back, walking away without looking back. From that day on, the girl often deliberately approached the man in an attempt to break the final boundary between them. Although she could tell that the man was wavering, he always chose to retreat at the crucial moment. Aside from this issue, the man still cared about her, getting nervous when she was upset, but the girl never saw a hint of love in his eyes. After her most recent failed attempt, she angrily kicked the man out of her life. Soon it was the day for the girl to try on her wedding dress. This time it seemed the man felt the urgency. He could no longer hold back his feelings and kissed the girl deeply. Then the girl softly asked him, "Will you come to stop my wedding tomorrow?" But the man didn't give a definite answer. Still, the girl held on to a glimmer of hope, fantasizing that he might show up. But then she overheard from the butler that the man had taken leave on the day of her wedding. Suddenly the girl's heart sank. She had no choice but to leave for the wedding. Meanwhile, the man's subordinates tried to convince him to stop the wedding, but he insisted that being with him would be too dangerous for her. Just then the wedding shop called, saying the girl had left behind a bracelet when she tried on her dress. The man rushed to the shop, took the bracelet, and was shocked to find that the girl had drawn an escape route on the mirror. It suddenly dawned on him what his subordinates had said. The girl wasn't afraid of danger. She only cared about his decision. At that moment, the man finally understood that the girl had never intended to marry her fiancé. In a panic, he instructed the store clerk not to wipe the mirror and quickly handed over his black card to the clerk. Without hesitation, he rushed out of the wedding shop, but on his way to the wedding, he fell into a trap set by the girl's fiancé, nearly losing his life. After barely surviving, he made his way to the wedding heavily injured, only to run into the girl who was running away from the ceremony. At that moment, they knew they would never again betray each other.